I wonder if there's such a thing as too much vibe. Gosh, like I found these tunes over on Spotify, and it has been so relaxing. I can't even properly describe it. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just adjust the volume on my Spotify here because it might be coming in a bit loud on the stream. There we go. Nice and moderate, nice and decent. My eyes are still blinking independently no matter how hard I try to blink at the same time. But, alas, this is what I have to deal with. Hello. I figured today would be a good day to just try and come back. I was trying to come in earlier, but it turns out setting up a PayPal business account so that you can handle tips and a couple of other things independently without accidentally doxing yourself is a bit difficult. Or at least it was difficult for me and my horribly, horribly technologically inept butt. Same thing with setting up the thing that you see at the top corner there. That's new. That right there is, if I can just stop winking. You know what? Let me try and calibrate. Just gonna stare into the abyss. There we go. So the thing up there in the corner, that is new, and it allows me to actually show you guys what I'm playing on Spotify. So that whenever, we decide that we want to change up some tunes, we can. The problem is that it took me a while and I had to set up a premium account, so not particularly happy with that. I would have preferred not doing it that way, but alas, once again, here we are. And what are we going to do today? Well, if the title hasn't given you the hint, we are armoring up. We are coring. We are armor coring. We're building a model. We're building a model kit today. I was going to try to play the game, but then I looked at my bank account and realized that that's not happening today. So, as much as I want to do that, I'm going to instead do what I can with the time I have to myself, which is maybe all of 2 hours from now until about noon my time, before I have to get ready and go to work, and just sort of vibe, sort of chill, just do what we need to do here. And so, that involves me putting this model kit together, as opposed to doing what we were originally going to do early. And there's a Pixel! Pixel! Hi, how are you doing? What's up? I know that you've been busy with Cobblemon. How's that been going? I have not been able to tune into all the streams after my change in schedule. Like, I mean, look at this. It's been so long since I've streamed in the middle of the day. Like, I haven't done this in a while, and I'm still trying to get back into the swing and getting used to it. Like, is it what, afternoon where you're at right now? That's crazy. Like, that's the craziest part to me. Oh, man. Let me actually switch over to our model cam view while I stretch really quick. Oh, and for the thank yous, because I realized that this has been kind of going on. Over on YouTube, I've been getting subscribers, so I guess people have been tuning into the streams. And if you're on the YouTube side of things, hello, hi, and thank you. And if you're over on Twitch, I appreciate the follows. Everything is good. Every little bit helps. And gosh, there's just so much there. There's so much there. IEP Cobblemon's been good, but people have been busy, so a little less Cobblemon. Just means I get to work on art. Well, what kind of art are you working on? Because I've got plenty of time to talk about stuff as I get the model kit prepared. Let me actually go over there now. There we go, that's better. Or at least it will be once I'm in the corner. Oop. Shrink me down. Oh, right. Because I did take a few pictures of this and shared it over on Blue Sky, I completed the Iron Kong off stream because I was going through bouts of, I'm not sure what you would call it. Mental instability? Depression. We'll call it depression. I was in the throes of it, you see. Oh. Why, hello there. It looks like Emma Sunart has 44 months. That's almost 2 years. I am so sorry you've wasted your money on me. But hi! How are you doing? Oh, but yeah, this is Iron Kong. Finally put them all together. This is actually broken. So, his arm doesn't move the way I originally wanted it to. And this piece is supposed to mount onto a peg that goes on his shoulder or on the missile pod. Turns out I broke the peg. I don't know how I broke the peg, but I broke the peg. So, turns out that sucks. So now it's just permanently affixed to his wrist. It is a wrist-mounted missile launcher, an anti-Zoid missile launcher, to go along with the 2 missiles that are on his back, which are entirely adjustable. Surprisingly very posable. His whole left arm poses like a dream, but his right arm, I'm suffering limitations, and I don't know how much of that is due to builder's incompetence or just the unusually tight joints and design of this kit specifically. I'm not sure which it is. But yeah, I'm quite proud of them. I cannot wait to display him on the shelf and add him to the collection of Zoids. Let me actually put him aside so he's not like in the way, because as you can tell by my desk space, it might be a tad cluttered. Actually, you guys are zoomed in, so you don't know how cluttered this desk space actually is. I'm gonna put you on top of the comic books for now, Iron Kong. Guard those with your life. I'm getting the printy done, plus getting art fight prep done. I loved that art gifting game last year so much. Oh my gosh. Hello, I am so happy to see you. I just saw the message. It's not wasted. He's good, just been resting. Ah, rest. Okay, so let me put this keyboard aside as well. I will only pull that out if I need to type something up. But yeah, this is what we're working on. Let me turn a light on, see if maybe that helps. If not, I think I'll just have to accept I may need to get a new camera in the future, because I imagine the quality on that webcam is not doing great, at least not lately. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're going to be working on the Melander. This is actually one of the few starter, not model kits, but this is one of the starter armor cores that you can pick up for fairly cheap in the video game. And it's pretty decent. It's pretty okay. Like, it's not as lightweight as your other one, the Orbiter, which is the one that we start out with in Armored Core. But as a tougher machine, you know, it's a little slower, but it tanks hits a little bit better. So you got to pick your trade-offs where you can. And if this seems slightly familiar, the torso and arms, if memory serves me correctly, is actually what's used for the Liger tail that I had built. I believe I built that one off stream. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to double check on that. I might have built it on stream. I also need a new webcam. The footage is glitchy now. Yeah, like looking at my webcam, like the more I look at it, it's old. I've been using this webcam for a long time, both for VTubing and also for when I was doing the model kits before, and its age is starting to show. Like, I'm looking directly at the feed on OBS, and I see a lot of wavy lines. I'm assuming that's artifacting or the result of like staticky pixels, and I'm not sure if that can be fixed by zooming out or if this is a case where it's a limitation of older technology. I'd have to look into that. Actually, I don't even know how that looks on stream and how you guys see it. Do you guys see a lot of wavy lines? Does it appear to be acting a little on the fuzzy side? If it is, I do apologize. I know I gotta fix that. Could also be my eyeballs. I'm long overdue for like a new pair of glasses. Looks good to me. Stream looks fine, not gonna lie. So then it might be my own eyes, my monitor, or just what I personally see when I look over on the OBS feed. One of the main ones. Let me move my mouse out of the way. Oh gosh. It might also be the angle, because I know that I need to get like an arm. I've actually got this weird setup where I want my phone, you don't see the phone, but where I have the iPhone that's recording my movements and stuff, I want that to be attached to an arm that clamps to the where my monitor is currently posted at, and I need a longer arm for the webcam so that it can stick out. Because one of the main issues for the webcam, unfortunately, is that the way it's positioned, I actually have it at an angle and it's really high up. I don't mind that it's high up. I don't mind having to zoom in. My main issue actually stems from the fact that whenever I want to accomplish something with that webcam, its age shows, and I'm limited by its position. So one of the things I want to be able to save up for in the future is to be able to get a longer arm with clamp setup so that I can clamp it to where the monitor is, adjust it accordingly, and then either have it set so that it just sits a little bit lower, like in front of the screen, but not in front of the screen, or just so that it is looking straight down instead of at that strange angle that I currently have it set up as. Or maybe even at a different angle where it might be looking more forward in that direction. It's a lot of experimentation that I'm trying to work out. But that's enough of that. We need to get to actually building while you guys get to shooting the gab. Shoot the breeze. Talk to me. Say something about what's been going on in your week, what's been going on in your day. And enjoy the peaceful music that's playing over on Spotify. If you've noticed the top left corner, that's a new widget that I actually recently added because I felt like I was woefully underutilizing. I just realized now that Sir Danish Raccoon has been screaming in the chat. Oh my gosh. But hi, by the way. So now I can actually display what I'm playing on Spotify. So if you hear it in the background, awesome. If you need me to turn it up, let me know. And if you have any music requests, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way, because media requests has failed me. It's completely failed me. I hate using it. It's been a hassle. Your links never work the way it's supposed to. I am desperately trying not to crash out about it, but I did. I crashed out like the other day trying to figure out why it doesn't work when it's supposed to, why whenever you provide links it never plays. And so as a result, I got myself Spotify Premium so that I could be able to get this set up, and now we can play music. Y'all know what I'm playing, what we're listening to, and if we want to change it up, just let me know and I'll find something for us to listen to. I'm trying to finish my dice tower before the campaign. Oh, you're building your own dice tower? Wait, Pog? What? Explain? Share? Fucking what? So you're making your own dice tower. That's actually pretty cool. What kind of dice are you getting your hands on? Are you getting like special themed dice? Are you getting yourself some oh gosh, what do you call it? Are you getting yourself just regular dice, but they're really pretty and colorful, metal dice, acrylic? It's been a work in progress for years and I forgot about it. I want to roll my dino dice. Oh my gosh. That's going to be exciting. Oh god, wait, I just realized that's next week, isn't it? Oh my god, that's next week! Yeah, because we're not doing it this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday. I gotta prepare. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. I gotta double check. I gotta review. I gotta make sure that everything on the screen lines up for the overlay. We gotta double check ourselves. Probably meet up with whoever wants to hop into the call and see what we can mess around with for the sake of the display. God, there's gonna be so much that we gotta do. No way. Okay, you want me to hydrate and then you want me to do squats? Okay, Sir Danish Raccoon, because I didn't notice that you were actually in the chat, just for you, I will do these squats. I kind of wish I had a 3D model and a motion tracking suit now, because this would be so funny to watch this model just squat, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Can I push for this last one? 20. Oh, my thighs. All right. Hui. Hold on, permission to see, or show rather, my rolling dice tower work in progress? Absolutely, share. I have a galaxy dice, my pan dice, my metal dice, etc. You got a collection, nice. Oh God, I'm out of breath. Then again, I should have done stretches before doing that. Note to self, always do stretches before exercising. It's very important. Okay, so I gotta get parts from G and F. GF? I have a whole chest of dice. Okay, you know what? Before I continue, hold that thought. Let me show you what the fuck you're fucking with right now. So let me go get the ancient tome of dice of old. Oh, this might be difficult to do without having to zoom out. More squats! I will get you for this, raccoon. But this is a dice box. Actually, it's a deck box. I may have to zoom the camera out, actually. Hold on. Whew. Whew. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Gonna unlock the camera. And let's see. We're going to transform, fit to screen. I guess that works. You guys are kind of have to deal with the fact that my lap could be exposed at any time. This is the deck box that houses my dice. This is what I used to carry with me when I needed to roll some stuff around. This is my tarot cards. Well, they call them harrowing. This is the harrowing deck. This is for telling fortunes, back when I used to play a lot of characters that told your fortunes in Pathfinder. I'm sure there's an updated version of this deck in 2nd edition. I really want to get back into that, though. Harem deck? No, Harrow deck. Harrow. They call it the harrowing as opposed to tarot or the taraka, that kind of thing. This is the critical hit deck. I don't know why I had this. I never got to use it because nobody really liked it when I got to do something cool. So this was for 5th edition. But apparently people just got mad every time something cool would happen for me, specifically me. So it is what it is. But this I could honestly throw away. I can live without it. But the main event, this is a dice tower. This was back from a company called Elderwood. And the idea behind this was that I could set this up for rolling my dice. Let me make sure I don't hit my keyboard. So the top comes out, and I would have access to what's called a scroll. The scroll is these pieces of wood and magnetized metal. Opens up, nice leather, good material. It's old, mind you, but I have it. And then I can put it together. Oh, come on now. Cooperate. I could put this all together and have a little spot to roll my dice in. But what was cool about it was this scroll case wasn't just a scroll case. As you can see, there is a portion at the bottom that twists and opens up. This is my dice tower. So ideally, I would kind of just stack these together, drop my dice here, roll, and see the result. This was just the easiest way that I could carry a case full of dice and stuff like that. And just, this was like big when I was like going to conventions and such, because, you know, you had to bring your own supplies, obviously. You would think that in a location where everyone is collecting math rocks out the ass, that there would be a place, you know, there would be somebody out there who's more than willing to share a few dice. But that wasn't the main event. That's not the main event. We're gonna check this dice bag out later, but this is the crowning achievement. I was an original backer. I backed the Kickstarter all the way back for these. But what's in here is a different Kickstarter altogether. I waited years for this to be delivered. May I present to you Wizard Dice. So check this out. We have a book to represent a D2. Let me see if it'll show up on camera fairly easily. Come on, camera, work with me. So that's a intricate little book with a 1 and a 2. That's a D2. Stay with me here. D6, represented by the only dice acceptable for a D6. It's wizard time, motherfuckers! Fireball! Let's see. Magic Missile, the only dice ever used for Magic Missile, is this, a D4 for the Magic Missile. Let's see. Let me see what else is here. For the D8s, which I never got to really roll D8s very often, but hey, I'm glad that the option still exists. This one has seen better days. I hope it's not going to crack and break on me. This is a D8, and it is a scroll. Rolls fairly comfortably, easy to see. Let's see, we've done D2, D6, D8, D4. What am I missing? I'm missing D10s. Well, let's start with the D12. The D12 is a little bit of an oddball because I don't think... Oh, I have D10s. I just don't know if I have the pairs that were percentiles, or if this was one of those cases where... Okay, I do have the pairs that were percentiles. Great, that's awesome. So for D12s rather, they're represented with this, a wizard's rod. Because every wizard has a rod, right? And then finally, because you just can't go without it, every wizard, at least once or twice in their campaign, has made their own potion bottles. And the potion bottles are a D10 and percentile. So ideally, the dot ones are going to represent your 10th place, and the non-dotted ones will represent the single numbers. So if you need to roll for 100, like how I did just now, I got 58 because I rolled 5 on the dots and 8 on the regular. So that's pretty cool. And then finally, the D20s, because you can't go without a D20, is a cool little polyhedron of some kind. I'm not sure how to describe it. It's just a D20, but it looks really nice. They did sell, and I believe their main website does sell the D20 as a hat that you can actually spin. These are called class dice, or hero dice, rather. Hero polyhedral? Yeah. And what's cool about them is that, and this is where I kind of adore them, they have different dice for different classes. From what I recall, the current classes that they have up to these years have been Fighter, Wizard, I believe they did Rogue, with Rogue having the objectively the best D20 that you could ask for. For the Rogue dice, they actually have a D20 that's shaped like a lock, and it's a spin. You put the key in to spin the D20, so you're performing a lockpick check while just rolling a D20. It's really cool. And I believe their D4s are daggers, their D6s are short swords. I think caltrops were supposed to be, I'm not sure. Maybe those are the D3s, although I don't know. I've never seen anybody roll a D3. I know Pathfinder back in the day used to ask you to roll a D3. Nobody had a D3, so we always followed the rule of carry a D6 and just divide by 2. Or just have it be 1 and 2 equal 1, 3 and 4 equal 2, 5 and 6 equal 3, that kind of thing. It was a different time back in the day. Okay, let me put all these dice back, and I could probably show off some of the other dice. Those dice are not as crazy as my wizard dice, but they are, for me at least, kind of cool. From a cool standpoint, I still like them. Like, they were a nice addition to my collection. There's so many dice. I think I distinctly recall that I ordered these specifically for Pathfinder, so that's why I have an obscene amount of D6s, because, you know, when you need to roll for Fireball, you're gonna ball and roll for Fireball, okay? Let's see what's in here. Oh, yeah, okay. These were my more normal dice. I say normal, but I still, like, have an adoration for them. So, I'm trying to see what's here. These more clear ones, I guess you could call them forest dice. It's going to be hard to see on the camera, but inside the dice are like little trees. So I guess you could say these are more for druids. These are my emerald dice. These were among some of my first dice that I ever collected when I was first getting into the game. These purple dice, I don't recall why I got them, but I did like the color, and I think I may have used this as the inspiration for Verico in terms of coloration. Just a nice glittery purple with gold accents. I just like that. But then the last one here... Oh, and these are the more pale emerald dice, which I still like them. They're cool. They're just cool. I like them because they're cool, damn it. Trying to see what other ones... Oh, some of these have seashells in them. I think those are pretty cool, too. And then the last one... The last one are puzzle pieces. I think I'm going to start calling these my autism dice. Because inside, it's a little hard to see because of the shapes inside, but there are puzzle pieces inside. It's just full of pretty colors. So, yeah, I've got dice aplenty. So, and this webcam up here is obviously going to act as the webcam that I use for when we do our D20 rolls. So, yeah, in other words, when we finally get to the point where we can share our dice rolls with each other, when we can start doing our actual Prinny campaign, I think we're going to be all set. I think we're going to be pretty dope, dare I say. It's going to look cool. We're going to have fun. And yeah, this will be the first time in a long time. To give you an idea of when I got these dice, this bag says 2017. Gosh, 2017 was the last time I ever bought a set of dice for myself. I think that's just crazy, you know? All right, back in the treasure box you go. The things have been shared. Oh, sweet. I can check my DMs then. Let me just put this away. Oh, come on. There we go. Gosh, I'm getting all whimsical now thinking about it. Oh, hold on. Let me just do a quick... Let's see if it'll let me. Control Z. Well, that's annoying. So I have to do a manual zoom in then? Bitch. Okay, fine. You want to see awkwardness? I'll show you awkwardness. Uh-huh. We're just gonna all right, and then we're going to transform, and we are going to center. I want to say I did that right, but let me just make one last adjustment. Wait. Oh, this thing rotated? I just realized. Wait. No, it didn't rotate, did it? Was it supposed to face this way, or was it supposed to face the other way? Was I supposed... Hang on. Oh, I'm pointing at myself. Okay. Hold on. We are going to rotate 180 degrees. Oh, that does not look good at all. Hold on. You can still see my lap. Okay, I know what's happening here. We're just going to zoom out. Don't worry. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. Center. Okay. All right. I think we're back in business. So when's the squats coming? I'm getting to it. I just had to share my cool dice collection, okay? I don't ever really get to share this kind of stuff here. Let me just put that away. Make one last adjustment here. Okay, cool. Put that towards the center, or at least as close to center as I can. All right. Because you are a motherfucker, by the way. I want you to know that. I just want you to know. You are 100% a motherfucker. It's squatting time. Ugh. All right. I might not be able to do the full 20, though. So bear with me. Oop. Align my chair. I haven't even had a chance to hydrate yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Whew. Well, thanks to that, I now have to go and hydrate. So be right back, ladies and germs. I really should invest in wireless speakers. All right, I got my big jug of cold water. All right, let's get to building. Oh, wait. I'm gonna build. I promise I'm gonna build. I just need to check my Discord now because now I'm curious. Lock that in. Okay. Let's see how this dice tower is looking. Ooh! And your dice collection? Oh, those are so pretty! Oh, some of them have runes on them? Oh, gamers with gay in it on Pride. My God, you're awesome. Oh, these dice are so cool. They're actually sick. Are you sure you have enough? My gosh. But no, that dice tower is pretty cool. Is there a spiral inside there for the dice to roll? Or is it just purely drop and roll? Like, I'm good for either. I'm happy with either, because sometimes if you overcomplicate a dice rolling tower, it can get a bit finicky. That specific box was gifted to me. Aww. It's a spiral. Yeah! I like that. I like that. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so excited now. I can't wait for us to get to the game. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so much fun. It'll be, for me, a nice break from mundanity and personal internal struggles. It'll just be nice in general. Made with a Pringle can. There is no way that was made with a Pringle can. You're lying. You're full of it. No, that was not a Pringle can. Was it? Was it? Nope as in you're not lying, or nope as in it wasn't made with a Pringle can? I have to confirm. Okay, put this one away. That was G. Now we got to go to F. GF. The head is made of GF. I took a Pringle can and said, you know, You know what? Craft time. You know what? That takes some ingenuity and inspiration. That's awesome. Like, I could never, like, have the time to perform that level of arts and crafts. Not because I don't have that kind of creativity. It's more so resources. I'm a wasteful bitch, and instead of putting my money towards, like, something creative like these model kits and maybe a fresh coat of paint to add a layer of customization, what I end up wasting my money on are toy guns, because I've now grown an unnatural and very unhealthy addiction to collecting them. What I intend to use for them, I have really no idea. A part of me is thinking I should probably use them in cosplay. Like, maybe when I finally get the money for that, I can, you know, get myself I want to say some black tights, because I need to be able to compress my body to something more form-fitting, but can still breathe. And then getting myself, like, the armor, like the gear, the bulletproof vests, maybe a mask to go over my face. Maybe get some tech wear. I don't know why, but tech wear is so cool. I've seen a lot of cosplay people on, like, TikTok who adorn the tech wear thing, and it's like, why is it always goth baddies? Like, don't get me wrong, there are some dudes who rock the fit as well, but mostly goth baddies that just rock the fit, and then while they're doing it, they make themselves look like 10 feet tall. And it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm not actually 10 feet tall. Your forced camera perspective makes me think otherwise, but okay. Listen, if I found a woman who was 10 feet tall, it would not be safe for me. It would also not be safe for her. I will probably end up dead in the attempt. Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the wrong runner. I gotta grab F1, not F2. Crazy. Blickies. God, I wish it was just a blicky. A blicky would imply that it was like a hand pistol. This was not a hand pistol. This is one of those dealies where I decided on purely a whim that, you know what, I'm going to get a rifle. A toy rifle. Something that can hold high capacity of, and I have to say this with full emphasis, so that Twitch, YouTube, and everybody else understands it is a toy. I'm going to say it loud. I'm going to say it proud. It is a toy. Why am I having to put so much emphasis on that? Because it looks real, but it is, in fact, a toy. Okay? More realistic even than the Glock. Okay? More realistic than the Glock, if you can believe it. Actually, I could probably... I don't know if it'll fit on the camera, but... Let me... No. Let's not. Let's focus on the build. Let's focus on the build. Oh, gosh. But yeah, no. Stuff to look forward to in terms of Pathfinder. We've got... Everyone's getting their dice together. Hopefully everyone has a webcam if they so choose to go down the webcam route. If they don't go down the webcam route, obviously we do utilize the trust system. That is to say that we trust every single person in our group to tell the truth. There is no incentive for lying. A successful roll is fun in a game like this, but sometimes the failures are just as great. Okay? Like, sometimes failing can be more fun than the success, because then it leads to just funny moments. It leads to, like, positive bits. It leads to role play. It leads to a lot. It opens more doors failing than it does close. Because here's the thing, and this is a mistake that I myself used to make, because Pathfinder First Edition conditioned me for this. And that is that if you failed a roll, then that was it. You failed, and you sucked, and it sucked to suck. But one of the things I learned very quickly was that it shouldn't have to be that way. Granted, I should also point out, in Baldur's Gate 3, they follow in a similar philosophy, but that one is luck-based, and you can live without a treasure that's buried here or there, and you can live without certain key details that could have affected your choice. Sometimes you notice things, sometimes you don't. That is just the nature of the game, okay? So where am I going with this? Obviously, the direction I'm going with this is that if you're going to fail, let it happen. It's fine. It will be okay. Okay? If the dice say that you are going to fail today, then fail. You only failed the one roll. You have a team that can also provide rolls. If you only have one person on your team who has a high perception, well, I mean, that sucks, but hey, sometimes that just be how it be. If you have only one person on your team who's really good at lockpicking and no one has a backup, once again, c'est la vie. It is what it is. I just finished the head and I hate it already. I have a fundamental issue with this head. I'm going to see if I can't present it to the camera, okay? Okay. Come on, camera. Focus for me. Okay, if you don't see what's wrong, that eye right there underneath all that gray is also gray. There is no color to that. I don't like that because there's no differentiation between that and everything else. I don't like that at all. Gonna see if I can't... Oh, I should not have pushed these pieces together. Son of a bitch. Okay. This is going to have to be something I customize later, but I want to paint that eyeball a good red color, I think. So, head's done. Going to put that there. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. Right there. Right there! Okay. You got to be assertive sometimes. If you're not assertive, then the parts start taking advantage of you. They grow legs of their own and just kind of walk away. I don't know if that's the same with everybody's station, but it certainly is that way with mine. Where if you don't pay attention, suddenly something that you have right in front of you, you placed down because it was supposed to be easy to spot, will suddenly just not be there anymore, and you're left to wonder if maybe you had at some point misplaced it? Or perhaps, there are indeed gremlins that live in your home that have decided that playing with you is totally worth your frustrations. But I might be in the minority for that one. I'm going to poke the screen temporarily. All right. That's better. So now when I look down and I'm looking at the pieces, I don't like freeze up and have my eyes closed on me or anything like that. Huh. My gosh. I'm still blinking independently like a freak. Maybe that's what I am. I'm starting to think that even though I think I'm blinking at the same time, maybe the camera is actually catching me blinking independently. Maybe I'm just... Do I have a tick? Do I have like a physical tick? Like, no, I'm trying to wink now. Nope, that's just faulty tracking. I think it's because there's a glare on my glasses. That's probably what it is. There's a glare on my glasses. Because your boy needs glasses to see, man. Okay, we're looking for letter E. Letter E. Let's see, we did F1, so I'm assuming this one has to be E, but this is E2. We're looking for E1, which is apparently from this big runner here, which isn't that big. It actually has very few pieces in there. It's just that there are chunks in here that are quite sizable. Okay. Oh, one of my long strands of hair. So for those that don't know, because I don't share this very often, I've been growing my hair out, but not on purpose, if that makes any sense. Like, so... Oh god, how am I going to put this? So I usually only grow my hair out when I don't have time to visit a barber, or I don't have the money to visit a barber. And to give you an idea, I haven't visited the barber in, I want to say 6 or 7 months. One of the two. So now my hair is like down past my shoulders. And if I lean my head back and move it around, I can feel it at the shoulder blades of my back. So my hair is growing. It sometimes gets in my face, and when the wind blows, it gets annoying. But I'm kind of liking the look. I've had a few individuals who apparently have found it that I do look okay with long hair. And by individuals, I mean mothers at the resort that I work at. Because apparently when I do a fix and they see all that long hair on a young man, or at least what they consider a young man, bear in mind, these are ladies in their 40s, they find it to be, like, riveting, I guess is probably the safest word that I can put out there to describe how they feel about me and my hair. And, sometimes I get a little uncomfy, I'm not gonna lie, but, you know, sometimes it's just good to feel wanted, I guess. Did I just get hit with a Sparky cue? Hi, Sparky! Oh, that's the other thing. I probably should have mentioned this. So, someone made me woke to this, like, not too long ago. And by that, I mean Sparky in the chat. That's Sparky. Not me, Sparky. That's Sparky. That's Sparky over there. Brought it to my attention that one of the downsides to the way that I had my PayPal set up was because my full legal name was on there, because I didn't create the account with a silly fun name attached to it. Anybody could technically dox me. I wasn't a fan of that. It made me paranoid, so I had to take down my donation page for a while. And as of recently, and by recently I mean literally maybe 2 hours ago, I had set up, along with the Spotify thing up there, I had set up a business account. So now I can actually properly get donations that doesn't dox me. Crazy, I know. But I finally did it. So now, I feel a little bit safer. I feel a little bit more comfortable. I never thought I'd say those words out loud, but yeah. So that's something cool. So I've already reset up the tip page. We'll call it tips. Yeah, I've set up the tip page. So if anybody wants to donate, they're welcome to it. They don't have to. I'm not going to always advertise it. I'm not always going to point in that direction. I'm only really a streamer. I haven't figured out how to make shorts yet so that I can make the donation pages worth anyone's while. But I do want to sit down and make those shorts. Sometimes those shorts could just be me clipping the stream and then adding in post a few images about, you know, what we talk about or what Digimon best represents somebody who might have these type of issues. Like the other day, I've been trying to work on a script about if your digital monster partner is Fun Beemon or Fan Beemon, whichever you personally prefer in terms of designating the baby. And one of the things that came to mind is that if your digital partner, so if your partner, that is to say your Digimon partner, is Fan or Fun Beemon, then you're more than likely either A, an already organized person and show a sense of leadership in a group dynamic, or B, you are lacking in those leadership skills and cooperation skills, and so your partner is there to help kind of cultivate that. Because that's always one of the things whenever it came to digital monsters, is that the partnership you forge with them is usually a beneficial one. So, for example, if you had me as your partner, my evolution is dictated by your activity levels, but I will still always do my best to vibe with you. If your energy isn't very active, it will affect what I turn into as I evolve, but I'm not going to look at you any less. If anything, I will try to motivate you. I'll try to look to you and be like, so what can we do to get you moving? What can we do to get you motivated? Is it something as simple as study and self-meditation? Then I become Exermon. If it's something a little bit more exercise-oriented, like working out and stuff, maybe, just maybe it's a case where perhaps you just need some motivation to work out, or maybe you just need some focus, some balance in your life, that kind of thing. Thank you for following Mr. Mrs. Nuff. So I'm very confused with that name. I can't tell if it's Mrs. Nuff, Mrs. New FF, Mr. Snuff. Were you just trying to bypass like censors? Either way, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Mrs. Gundam New. Mrs. Gundam New. Oh, I get it now. FF. I should have. Gosh. I have been so far removed from Gundam that I actually forgot about the new FF. Which is really just the same as the regular new Gundam, just with a single, if I remember correctly, it's a single fin? Is it a single fin? I think it was a single fin. Imagine you being someone's partner. That would be kind of dope if I was somebody's partner. Because then I'd be just motivating. That's the whole point. Like, again, it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, Digimon partners are designed with either complementing or acting as a counter to something about your life, whether that be something that you need to improve on through the power of self-discovery, or maybe something that is cultivated and led down a better path. It's a little kooky to think about. I won't deny that. But I like the idea that Digimon partners are there to help you, shape you, and guide you. Because it's just a point of self-improvement. Granted, I'm not going to try to dogpile. Longer Ranger fin funnel. Yeah, that's what I mean. It had a longer range fin funnel. And if I remember correctly, it was a more powerful fin funnel. I'm trying to remember like the specs that I can recall about it, and it's going to drive me crazy that I have barely any recollection of it. That's Why can't I remember much about that Gundam? Maybe it was one of those cases where I just didn't follow that one all that much. I mean, that one, I can't remember if that one was a public release or a Premium Bandai release. I don't think it was a Premium Bandai release. Was it a Premium Bandai release? I hope it wasn't a Premium Bandai release. I'm getting kind of tired of those now. I could go back on my rant. No, sadly, I don't have a Discord. That command isn't going to work. I don't have my own Discord server. I wish I did, but I just don't have anything. It's a Gundam base kit. Of course it was. So something I can't readily get my hands on without forking over major cash. And why is there... There is a fly here, and it's going to drive me crazy. Like, I've already ranted. I have gone on long tangents about my feelings when it comes to Premium Bandai. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. I wish they would stop. But alas, it is something that I just have to put up with and deal with. I just have to deal with the fact that no matter what I do, no matter what I say, there's always going to be groups of people who pre-order from Premium Bandai. And as a result, you create a sort of divided community when it comes to Gundam and when it comes to Digimon. May post link here. We don't have, if I remember correctly, I think links are actually banned on my streams, purely just to avoid scams. I would normally allow for links because that's what I was allowing before, but I'm trying to be a little bit safer for the community because I don't want people to take advantage of the fact that, you know, I'm trusting. I'm usually very trusting. Some might say too trusting. According to Sparky, I was definitely too trusting. Damn it. I whispered to you. I mean, if you want to whisper it to me, but you're being awfully persistent here. What are you trying to link exactly? Why do you want to link is, I guess, a better question. Gunpla. Oh! Trying to think. I mean, I do have my social media. You're welcome to share Just Gunpla. I mean, you're welcome to share on my Blue Sky. I've got Blue Sky. I've got Twitter. I don't really do a whole lot with Twitter, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't really do a whole lot with Twitter nowadays. I have Twitter. Twitter is there for when I want to do some stuff. But if I'm honest, I've kind of left Twitter behind. No Instagram. I hate Instagram, so no. I don't use Instagram. Because frankly, if you have an image on Instagram, it means you have an image saved somewhere on your phone or on your computer. Which means if you have the file, you can just share the image file on Twitter. You know, you can share it on Twitter, you can share it on Blue Sky, you can share all kinds of pictures and stuff like that. I'm not doing this to be difficult. I just don't like using Instagram as a personal thing. I don't enjoy it. I know artists do. Lots of artists do. Whisper to you. You can whisper, but I'm currently not going to look at the whisper right now because I am trying to just put this Melander together. But hey, it's all good. If all you're going to whisper over though is a link, I'm not going to click it. I would rather just, see the image, whether it be through DMs on Twitter or on DMs on Blue Sky. My DMs are open there. I haven't had any AI bots make any stupid attempts over there, but hey, it is what it is. Plus, I'm just practicing basic internet safety. This is just what happens when you work for a mega corporation that makes it an absolute point that, hey, we can't just have any schmuck out there sharing information willy-nilly with people. Okay, I follow you on Twitter. Okay, I guess if you're following on Twitter, that's cool. But yeah, no, because unfortunately, when I'm not here at the radio station for The Pulse, I'm usually working at a company where all I do is repair stuff. Because all I do is repair stuff, we have to learn the basics of security and especially cybersecurity, because you don't want your information being shared. This isn't me trying to be like, oh, maybe get a VPN or whatever. This is literally just basic safety. Because, when it comes to working at a resort, you are surrounded at all times by people who share their information so that they can get their hands on drinks, so they can go to theme parks, so they can get special services in their hotel room. And as a result, we are exposed to a number of people who would probably eavesdrop or try to lean over and collect this information so that they can perform some nefarious deeds. Does it happen very often? No. Does it happen often enough that it does warrant a level of security and care? Yes. Does this make me very untrusting of individuals left and right due to the fact that they just apparently like to lie? Most definitely. So yeah, it is what it is. So I'm not being distrusting because I don't want to open up and talk to people. I'm being distrusting because I'm just practicing basic internet safety. So be safe out there, ladies and gentlemen. Always be safe. Oh, man. But aside from that, how are we doing? How are we feeling? What is going on in the world for everybody? Because I know a few of you folks, specifically one person, has been going out to conventions and having themselves a fantastic time hanging out with some fellow furries. I do know that at least someone is building their cool dice tower for when we get that Pathfinder game rolling. I'm looking forward to getting around that. That's going to be pretty freaking sweet, I think. Trying to think, what else? I know Pixel is definitely working on some assets, and good God, those assets have been looking swanky, I ain't gonna lie. One of the things we probably have to do in the future is I will have to get in touch with Pixel and hop into a call and see how we can make that overlay work in regards to like the camera view on stuff like that. So that's going to be very important, just for the sake of setup, obviously. And we got to figure out who's streaming, because I don't mind streaming it because I'm already used to it. I love the idea of streaming this stuff. This stuff is great. But if we want to stream just the player's end, that's important. And I also, now that I have a third monitor, need to consider if maybe if I do stream it on my end, how possible is it to set up what they call the streamer view on Forge, where it's basically just another player who focuses on the camera based on whose turn it is to follow along with their actions, that kind of thing. There's the stupid fly in my face again. Oh, why? Why? I'm trying to build and it just wants to be in my face the entire time. I will smite you. I want you to know, when you least suspect it, you stupid fly, I will grab you and smite you. That's a big chest, by the way. I just realized. Hold on. This is going to be a big back, too. Tiny head, big chest, big back. But the back makes sense. It has to hold weapons, after all. So, you know what? I won't judge you too harshly, Nylander. Okay? I won't judge you. Won't judge you too harshly. I'm from Singapore. Oh, shoot! I don't get to meet very many people from Singapore. I know some folks from the Philippines. Our country has become the most expensive country. Ha 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 ha, I cry. What do you mean? What do you mean your country has become the most expensive country? Explain yourself, Emma. How? I don't know why I spazzed out like that when I was saying how, but I need clarification. I need understanding. I need to understand. Oh, checking my notifs. Okay, no exercises. And I know that our certain Danish raccoon, residential trash panda, and cool person all around, decided to make me do 40 squats. I really should set up some of those redeems for weights, since I still have the weights in the living room. It's just, you know, safety. Always practice with safety. Because if you don't practice with safety, I will probably apparate from out of the ether and beat the snot out of you. You know, in hindsight, I just realized that that's probably not the incentive that I think it was. Yeah, that's probably not the incentive that I thought it was. Some folks might like a good beating. Giggity? Question mark? Oh, hang on. I think I got the little bugger. I hope I got the little bugger. Because the last time I didn't get a little bugger, it turned out it was a mosquito, and it left a big old welt on my nose from all the suckage that she performed, because it's always the females that do it. It me DM you on Twitter. Okay, I'll check it out in a sec. Iceland has always been expensive, but it was officially become #1 in being expensive for food and housing and stuff. Are you telling me that there's a homeless pandemic that I should be worried about over there? Would it be a pandemic or an epidemic? I just realized. How would you classify that? Hold on. I'm over here on Twitter. If you're following me on Twitter, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see you following me. Oh, that's because you didn't follow me. All you did was send a message. That's not following. I might be a tad confused on this one. You did? Are you sure you did? I'm checking. I don't see any new followers there. Unless unless it's very possible. Could it be that my Twitter doesn't work? I hope not. Now you have me curious. I'm gonna have to check out my... Gosh. Quick little break, everybody. I'm just going to double check a few things. Though it should be noted that I think in the future I probably won't allow for this type of interaction, except with people who I deem my closest friends, which, I mean, I've already deemed that. There's only a few people I interact with personally.
Don't like this.
Oh, hang on a minute. I forgot that whenever I open up the Twitch page, it does that. Discord attachments? Well, I see the whisper. I wonder, does my channel... Oh, mute that. Sparky Raptor Twitter. When I click on that, it takes me there. Yep, that's me. So maybe my mobile has borked a little bit? Is that me? Oh, there you are. Okay, so you did follow. Why is every post that you have... That's deeply confusing. Okay. Okay, so that is you. I'll look at your DM in just a second, then I gotta hop back to working on this model kit here. Let's see... Sure. Oh, that's the new. Okay. Yep, that's pretty cool. Won't lie. So I'm gonna try to show it off here. So that's the other new Gundam that I was talking about. It's a little bit more colorful. It has that really cool unicorn right there at the foot, and it has a single fin funnel, which isn't bad. Won't deny. Not a bad look. I like it, but I was not gonna fork over the extra money for a kit that I already technically have in the real grade new Gundam, which I like that one. I like that one's design, aesthetic, overall posability. To me, it's the posability king, but of course, there was the real grade God Gundam, which that one probably outclasses in terms of posability. Cannot deny, will not deny, and I will not tolerate any slander of anybody who says otherwise. So for food and for housing, but not that you're aware of. So it's expensive. So question, is it expensive for other people to go there? Or is it expensive for like the locals as well, I guess is the question. Now you have me curious about what the heck is going on in the European servers. I just realized I'm making a mess over here, and I'm not sure what kind of progress I'm making. Is this a letter E? This is letter E. Okay. Of which I'll have to cut multiples because these are mirroring parts. Just open Gundam Base. I am not opening Gundam Base right now, but I will take your word for it. Plus, my model kit interests have kind of gone back and forth. While I do love building Gundam model kits and stuff, my newest love has been for Zoids and Armored Core, because Armored Core is fun, and I like the creativity that comes with it, where I get to treat it just as much as a model kit as much as I do treating it as a toy that I can just play dress up. Because Armored Core is just dress up dolls when you think about it. Hell, if you want to be technical with how the Gundam build fighters are, where they customize your model kit for one reason or another, technically, Build Fighters is also dress-up dolls for those who are into that hobby when you think about it. I'm getting hungry. I should probably think about food. How long have we been streaming? We've been streaming well over an hour. Yeah, that's about right. No, mean, Singapore just opened Gundam base not longer ago. Oh, you have a Gundam base in Singapore? That's crazy. Emma Bloodfang, thank you for the hydrate. I should probably sip you now. Ugh. I should probably make an alert for that hydrate. I should make an alert for a lot of things, but I just don't have the time to make my own assets because I am not an artist. Note to self, sit down in a call conversation with Fluffy, Pixel, and Emma and see what kind of assets I may be able to acquire for streams in future. And then hand them money, because money is good for services provided. Surrender money. Get items. Life good. Nice. Speak like caveman. Be happy. It can be expensive to live here if you are trying to move out, but as someone who still lives with their parents, it's livable, especially with the amount we get monthly by our government. Oh, so you have government assistance? I never knew that. I guess we're in a similar boat here in the United States. Like right now, I won't lie, I've had like thoughts about moving back in with my parents just so that I can, you know, in my head, I've thought that maybe it'll make their life easier and make my life easier if I move back in with my parents. Mostly because they struggle a lot. Sometimes I make terrible financial decisions, and oftentimes the only way to get past those terrible financial decisions is with me providing aid. And the problem is I can't provide aid and pay my own bills at the same time. It's just not doable. So one of the things I've often contemplated, at least especially in more recent times, is perhaps it would be better if I just packed up my stuff and told the guys, hey, I'm going to move back in with my mom and dad, because I want to make sure they're okay. I want to take care of them. I want them to be safe. And so I've thought about that, and that would probably be one of the ideas I end up taking up in the future. Is, you know, packing my bags, heading back to my folks, and just continue doing what I'm doing here, where I go to work, I come home. If I have time to stream, I'll try to stream. And then when it's time to go to work, you know, take a shower, get dressed, head out, do what I do, come back home, rinse, wash, and repeat, and hope and pray that maybe someday the streaming thing will kind of go in the direction I'd like it to go, and then poof, I'll be able to take care of my parents. It's kind of the goal, is to just take good care of my mom and dad. If I can take good care of my mom and dad, life good. I can't take good care of my mom and dad, life not good. I don't know why I'm speaking like caveman lately. I've been doing this thing where every now and again I will just swap back and forth to speak simple and sometimes not speak simple. And a lot of it has to do with parody, but it also has a lot to do with like current events of like, to put it bluntly, me having a problem with companies, because a lot of folks don't understand what I'm trying to tell them when I get upset that I don't have access to something. And I think someone best put it not too long ago in regards to Magic the Gathering. Our user Godhand Nipper's Cutter? No, I'm not using Godhand. These are actually Dipsay or Dispay? Dispay. However, this particular cutter is a bit old. Like, there's some signs of rust, wear, and tear. I might be due for a new cutter. One of the cutters I do want to get my hands on is a Godhand, because a Godhand Nipper is like top notch, very good stuff. But I've been wanting to get my hands on it for the longest time. It's well loved. Oh yeah, no, this Nipper has been with me through every model kit I've put together, from the Perfect Grade Unleashed to the Wing Gundams to the Witch from Mercury Gundams, which hopefully I do hope that if you ever get your hands on a model kit, I hope you can get your hands on a Witch from Mercury kit, even though I think the latest kit that I think is going to be readily available has been for the G-Quix series, which that's still a good series, but I can understand why some folks would have apprehension about getting their hands on that model kit. I personally have not built one, so I can't judge, but they're there. Because G-Quix is another one of those anime that also has, I'm not going to call it an issue, but I'm going to call it like teasing of a toxic Yuri, to which there was no toxic Yuri. It was toxic straight. Should have been a Yuri, could have been a Yuri, wasn't a Yuri. Not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, you can definitely tell these are kids who are trying to like navigate a post-war situation while also dealing with a government that doesn't necessarily let go of certain grudges, but that's also the result of oppression. That's also the result of gaining independence. It's never a quick and easy thing. It's always sloppy. Give me doomed Yuri. Well, I can at least give you some happiness. If you ever finish watching The Witch from Mercury, it has elements of doomed Yuri, but the doomed Yuri either corrects itself or otherwise just, there's a moment of healing for the doomed Yuri that does make me happy. Yeah. I just realized I don't think I'm streaming. Did I run out of the other music already? An hour and 24 minutes. I may have run out of the other music. Hang on. Oh, I guess I'm doing other stuff now. Hey, the music is still cozy. I dig it. But it does have a more positive ending. It's just, you got to work towards it. I won't spoil it any further. Just know that there is some suffering. There's some fucked up stuff going on. If you ever stick to The Witch from Mercury, it is definitely worth the watch. 100%. As you can see, Emmy like Guy. Gay is beautiful. Gay is great. Gay is love. Gay is life. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Your mother has the super gay. Okay, I have to remember that these parts are mirrored. Okay. Gay is good. Emma Bloodfang, how are you doing? It's been a while. Thank you for hydrating me, by the way. I desperately needed that after the yap sesh. Suddenly I'm really digging the music here. Wait a minute. Maybe I was judging a little too harshly earlier. Perhaps what I've needed all along was just a nice, relaxing, nondescript, DMCA-free tune to listen to. That's what it sounds like to me, anyway. My stomach is growling at me, and I know the reason why, and I cannot afford to eat. I'll have to just wait until I get to work to eat free food. I am build the G Gundam from Hathaway 2. Oh, shoot. You're crazy for that. I was going to see about getting any of the Hathaway mobile suits, but they're just so big. And that's saying a lot because I did build the Perfect Grade Gundam, and I do have a third-party mobile suit under the desk that I do want to build, but I also have to fully admit that when it comes to that, I am not ready for building something of such immense size. So, like, the idea that that is a high grade, The idea that a high grade is $150 depending on where you look is crazy to me. And if I'm going to pay that level of money, I would rather it be either an old style perfect grade or a master grade of decent quality. Like, I can't even think of one actually in hindsight. So I would have to get back to you on that. Oh, hold on. I think I got it. I think I got it. I don't got it. Okay. There we go. Okay, we've got an arm now. Let me look at the chat. Same here. It's just a lot of money. Just build Inera Fenrir. I live. Arting as usual. Oh, I know. I've seen some of your pieces, and I like and retweet whenever I can. And if not liking and retweet, Zeet? Skeet, if we're talking about Blue Sky. Honestly, I'm so tired of people saying skeets. I just say posts now. I just like and repost. Not riposte. I'm not parrying, but I'm not helping myself. I'm not doing myself any favors with these jokes. These jokes are not landing, much like my shots. Hang on a minute. I call it flutters because it's a butterfly. You know what? That's a good one. I like flutters. Flutters. I'm sending a flutters. I'm posting a flutter. I'm fluttering. Reflutter. Okay. Let's put this together now. We're making some progress, I think. Oh, no, that might go over here. No. Hold on. Oh. Okay. That makes way more sense, actually. This is why it's important to take your time when building your model kits. Just look it over. Sometimes what you see doesn't necessarily match the picture. So rotate the picture, rotate what you have in your hands, and just double check yourself. Remember, this is a marathon, not a race. So you don't have to finish as quickly as possible. And any little mistake can be fixed. It's never too late. I say that while knowing that sometimes when you put parts together, especially if you're using glue, you have to be 200% sure that that's where the piece goes, because breaking glue without destroying a piece that you're working on is almost next to impossible. But hope all is well and having fun with the kits. Oh, life is good. In and out of certain, we'll say, mental situations, but nothing like overtly serious as much as it's just, we'll call it a minor nuisance. Okay? Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. A minor nuisance, and I'll get over it. Like, I think because you've probably noticed I've been streaming during the day right now. And I've told this already to a bunch of other people, but I don't mind repeating. I'm currently working second shift. And working second shift at a resort actually results in some generally positive things. Some of those positive things being that I get to interact with the guests more often. And believe it or not, that's something I did miss. So in first shift, I often don't get to interact with very many guests. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm busy taking care of the guests after they've stepped out of the room to go visit the theme parks. It's one of those cases of you're doomed for it because where we currently work is at a resort that's meant to be a place for them to sleep before they go to the theme parks. Universal Studios, baby. That's just how that works. And so I don't get to interact with many of the guests, and I can't help them in a more direct way. But now that I'm on second shift again, meaning I work from 3 in the afternoon until 30 minutes to midnight, 11:30 for those that need me to do the conversion for them. Yeah. It's a lot. I won't even lie about it. It's a lot. I get more work that's guest related, and I have to deal with a lot of guests who are very upset. But I can't deny that sometimes it's very rewarding. One of the things that I actually did at the resort is, so I was pushing my cart along the second floor foyer. You know, it just basically means I was going to take care of some business. I was going to help someone on the other side. I had to get to a destination, and the foyer acted as kind of a place that I could get there faster without having to directly go outside. And one of the things I noticed was that there was this balloon just kind of chilling out on the ceiling. And I knew what that translated to. That usually translated to somebody put way too much helium inside of it, and a kid or someone, you know, let it go. I don't know if it was reported. I don't know if anyone made any phone calls, but I saw the balloon and figured, you know what, let me bring it down. The problem was that it was roughly 4 feet away, and my arms do not stretch out that far. So I had to get my tape measure, and using the hook at the end of the tape measure that's usually designed to latch around corners and stuff, I was able to guide the string until I got hooked in the puck at the bottom, which was supposed to be the weight, and then pull the balloon to me. Imagine my surprise when I pull the balloon to me and I hear applause from downstairs. I look over the ledge, and sure enough, there they are. They're the people. There are some guests who apparently did lose the balloon. Found out that the little girl was having her birthday the day after. She was going to turn 3. And I was like, oh man. And I realized that if you're only 2 years old, you're about to turn 3 the next day, that balloon is your whole world. That balloon is everything to you. So seeing her light up, jump and skip and pick up her balloon and walk away, that right there is the type of thing that brings me unimaginable joy, and is this type of interaction that I don't get to have while on first shift. But on second shift, I get that interaction all the time. And I'm able to help guests and make them happy, make their day, make people's birthdays feel that much more special because I took a minute to stop what I was doing and help them out. And it made me happy. That was it. See ya. Thank you, Mr. Pulseman. They never say my name. That's actually one of the many downsides, that even though I walk around with a name tag, no one says my name. They just say thank you and then just kind of, brush me away. Sometimes I help a guest out and they'll tip me mad money. And I'll be like, dang, because that means I get to have like some extra money in my pocket. Like right now, I won't lie, I'm broke as a joke when it comes to the bank account. But I'm relying a little bit more on my tip money that I've been stowing away in my wallet, because this weekend I'm going to be visiting the movies with my friends. I already saw the Backrooms by myself. I will not spoil on that, by the way. Y'all need to check out Backrooms when you can. It's definitely a dreadful film, but a very good dreadful film. And one of the things that I'm going to do is use that money to not only pay for my ticket, but we're going to a sushi bar where it's all you can eat, or at least they charge by the plate. And so if you see something you want to eat, you can grab it, and then they'll charge you based on what you grabbed. It's really tasty. I love the food there. I've never had a bad experience there, and I look forward to eating from there again. And so that's where my tip money is going. My tip money is going directly to that. Yeah. Oh, I'm hungry again. Well, I wasn't. It's not that I'm not. I'm just hungry, I think. because it is getting closer and closer to that time where I have to start getting ready to go to work, unfortunately. I really don't want to go to work. I'd rather actually just stay home today. If I could, today would be the day where I would just say, fuck you, and play hooky, and stay home. Raptor Man, Faith! Hi, how you doing? And because we were just talking about birthdays and stuff, happy belated, because I did already say happy birthday, but now I get to say it again. Happy birthday, Faith! Did the balloons escape you, by the way, or did you manage to pop them with needles? Just asking for a friend. I love the duality of 1 minute I'm talking about something heartwarming and wholesome. The next minute I see Faith and it's like violence detected. Activate protocol. Oh shoot, it is already 11:33. Good God. It won't be long now before I reach the 2-hour mark. Can I push for 2.5 hours? I think I can push for 2.5 hours. I just have to be mindful of the time. Wait. Oh, wait. I gotta read that right. Wait. What do you mean, uh-oh? What are we uh-ohing? Oh, don't worry. I'm not activating violence protocol on you. I know I have to set up my defenses because I have to prepare for violence protocol from you. God, the days. Those were the days. We stole this child, took her driving with us once in a game, and we quickly realized she needs a Glock if she's going to survive the wilderness. She started with us a child in the back seat, ended a soldier. Never let them guess your next move. But no, I'm so glad that you're in my life. I'm so glad that you make me happy. I like your art. I like how fluffy it gets. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Exactly. Oh gosh, but I'm so happy that you had a good birthday, and yeah, I'm glad that you're in my life. You're cool. You're actually cool. I mean, you've always been cool, but you're just so cool. Plus the stories you would share with us whenever we had like those conversations and calls. Those were pretty cool too. If none of you know those stories, they are not my stories to share, but just know that they're awesome. They're too awesome for you to comprehend. Just saw this on Blue Sky. It never clicked, but Leomon being gay dad coded and pretty much always dying in the anime makes me wonder if he counts as another AIDS era media holdover. Now that I have seen him described that way, I cannot unsee it. Someone had a gay unk they adored and lost in the 90s. Well, I mean, here in Florida, we have a bit of tragedy when it comes to Pride Month. So, if you don't know, and I'm going to remind you all, I live in Florida. And because I live in Florida, I'm close to the Orlando area, which means Disney, Universal, all the attractions that you could ask for that tourists like to flood our streets for. However, one of the things that we always have to pay remembrance to is called the Pulse shooting incident. I have to tread carefully when I speak of this, but just know that it was a terrible time. I was in high school at the time, so this was years back. And the Pulse was a nightclub where everybody from all walks of life, gay, straight, or otherwise, bi, and everyone in the spectrum, would all show up, have a good time, have some drinks, enjoy some dancing and some music. and then someone came in and took all that joy away. We always pay remembrance to it and have always paid remembrance to it. Whether it be June or any time the date had passed where the event took place. And it took me until recently to realize that for as much as I enjoy the name The Pulse for my radio show thing that I have going on here, I didn't realize that I've just carried that with me and just kind of presented it out there. My channel is a safe haven for anyone and anybody who is, on the LGBTQ spectrum. I can't say the whole thing because I can't remember all of it. But just know that whether you're straight, bi, pan, ace, aro, trans, queer, questioning, any of that, all of it, you're valid and you're safe here. I'm not going to turn this place into a grift zone for anybody on the right. I'm not going to turn this place into a grift zone for anybody who's just hateful and doesn't necessarily associate with certain political views. I'm not going to have that here. You guys are safe here. Any form of rainbow, you guys are safe and valid and awesome. And I'm tired of people just trying to make things worse for no other reason than they just want to make things worse. So yeah, that's why it's important to remember these. It was a crazy event. It sucked. Let's all just call it what it was. It was a hate crime that occurred, and I always have to remember it. Along with Juneteenth, everyone should remember Juneteenth. Actually, I just realized, when are we streaming Pathfinder? Does that coincide with June? That would be crazy if that's the case. Holy crap. And I will ban the fuck out of anyone who is a fascist fuck. Exactly. No, seriously, they will. They actually will. Like, if you align with those views, you will die. We always remember. Yeah, we always do remember. We drink to forget, but we always remember. I should not joke about drinking to forget, because I promise you there's probably a whole bunch of people. Actually, bit of spite on my part. I am in love with the idea that somewhere out there is a straight man who's probably drinking at a bar, desperately trying to forget that it's Pride Month because they don't want to deal with prideful people or those who enjoy their time with other folks. And I love the idea that they are probably getting themselves hammered and making very stupid and unhealthy decisions because they just hate the existence of anybody who's different so much. Depending on how it goes, they might do something stupid. Depending on how it goes, they might end up doing something very hateful. But always stand proud knowing that regardless of how hateful they are, regardless of how much they drink and try to intend people harm, they're their own worst enemy, and they will suffer the consequences of their actions. Because here's the most beautiful thing about the law that nobody seems to understand. You can run into a judge, you can run into a cop, you can run into anybody who absolutely hates your way of life. But the law will protect you from hateful individuals, because free speech stops where violence begins. The minute that they perform a violent act, they're done. It's over. Finished. Goes down the drain, baby, because of a stupid choice that they couldn't help themselves with. Because for whatever reason, something about them is wired a very specific way. And I adore that, because I love repeating it over and over again for everyone and their brother to remember. Freedom of speech protects you from the government's retaliation. You can and will catch these hands. And sometimes there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Chud the Builder knows this all too well. Oh yeah, no, if you've been paying attention to stuff online, call this your news report if you don't know who Chud the Builder is. Because if you don't know who Chud the Builder is, I envy your existence. Just know that I envy you in every way, shape, and form. I wish I could be like you. I wish to return to a life where I didn't know this person's name or that they exist. And if I could go back in time, I would erase it all. If I could turn back time. These hands are rated E for everyone, baby. No, exactly, though. Actually, before I continue on this wonderful tangent of choosing... Actually, I can't say choosing, where violence is a question to which the answer is sometimes yes. Did anyone hear about the dumb motherfucker who decided it'd be a great idea to throw a rock at a seal's head in Hawaii? Please tell me that I am not the only one who knows about this, because when I found this out, my God, I was so happy society chose the correct response to it. I've heard that. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. It is the most beautiful thing in the world. So, like, dumb motherfucker with a bunch of money decides that, okay, I'm going to grab this rock after drinking and being obnoxious, and I'm going to throw it at that seal's head. All right, context now. Don't you worry, Faith, I got you. Faith, I got you. Hold on. I got you. I'm gonna hold on. We're changing scenes. Stop the chill ass groove. Hold on. I got you now. Pause the music. Stop the groove. All right. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go fetch it. Just you wait. Don't you worry. I got you. Just have to find it. Oh. Come on. Where are you? Oh, no. You can't hide from me. I know your shorts, man. Where are they? Oh, am I going to have to, like, search his fucking name? Oh, my God. Where is he? Hold on. Because the only form of this news that I have to find is the one that makes me absolutely the happiest man on earth, and it's provided to us by some random Australian. And I say random, but I actually legitimately love his videos. I don't know why I'm not subbed to him. I need to fix that. Come on, where is it? I know I can find it. Are you serious? Is this thing gonna troll me right now? I'm being trolled because now I can't find it. This is the one time where I can't fucking find it. You've seen it on Facebook. Trust me, I know it's everywhere, but I'm not on Facebook because I outright refuse to go to fucking Facebook, man. I refuse. I'm not going back there. I left that shit behind years ago to avoid every single one of my, I'm not going to call them conservative friends, but every single one of the individuals who I hung out with at the time, who apparently decided to just take a hella conservative like route and just say, you know what? Fuck you. I hate all of you. And I hate every last one of them that kept on doing this, where they just decided to become right wing. Don't know why they did it. Don't know the reason for it. Don't care to know the reason for it. I just know that a bunch of them started doing that, and I hate them every day for it. More Pars. Hold on. That's their name. I got you. I found it. No, I don't need this.
Everyone fucking hates this guy. This spider. No,
I don't care about the spider. Bitch. I'm so. Oh God, I'm getting tilted. I'm getting tilted because this program isn't cooperating with me. Bear with me. I promise. I promise I'll have it for you. I promise. I will give you the context. I will give you that which you deserve, that which you desire. I just need. Oh, is this one of those things where? Oh no. Wait. Wait. Did it? Did this motherfucker disappear? Oh, you edgy little shit. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. No, I had an asset for this. You can't do this to me. Well, evidently they can. Hold on. Copy. Will it work here? Paste. Show stream.
Everyone fucking hates this guy for a really
Perfect.
good reason. You see, this fuckwit is Igor Litvinchuk. And while on holiday in Hawaii, a local caught him in 4K throwing a fucking rock at the head of a Hawaiian monk seal called Lani.
Justice for Lonnie, baby. Justice for Lonnie, and you'll understand why.
What are you doing?
Now, stoning wildlife already qualifies you as a grade A pump action cunt. But this
Yes.
is especially heinous because the Hawaiian monk seal is critically endangered. There's only around 1,500 of them left. Now, when locals rightfully tore him a new asshole and told him he was going to be fined for it, his response was, "I'm rich. I don't care."
I just want to talk to him.
Yeah, as it turns
Just-
out, the
just-
walking
Just load the gun with malicious intent. I am so fucking done with it. I am so fucking done with it. Rich people, listen, if you've ever needed a greater excuse to just eat the rich, other than the fact that a certain redacted set of files that everyone likes to try to pretend doesn't exist, or everyone tries to pretend that we can just forget about it by being distracted by literally everything else, if those weren't enough to make you think about eating the rich, this motherfucker right here, preventing mistakes, it should have been prevented. He could have been stopped at the source, but no.
ad for birth control here probably should have paid attention because that shit went triple platinum viral and started a domino effect that wrecked his fucking life.
Oh yes it did. Oh
He
yes it
got
did.
doxxed, the 2 trucking companies he owns got review bombed into the fucking floor, and
Yeah.
he pissed off the mayor of Maui so badly that he has personally directed the state and federal government to throw the book at the cunt. He is facing a minimum of a $70,000 fine and a year in prison. But charges take a while to
It takes a while, and he could probably have that reduced. So minimum of 1 year, could probably be let out early for good behavior. $70,000, he could probably just piss that away. If he owns a trucking company, he'll be out. He'll have that money ready and on standby. This shit, it means nothing to him, man.
stick, and he could still wriggle out of them with a good lawyer.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman.
Which is why, while he was trying to walk back to his hotel, someone who I will be referring to as Hawaiian Batman,
As you should.
jumped him and beat the fucking brakes off of him.
Yes! Yes!
Now, I would never condone vigilante violence.
I do.
And neither does the Hawaiian government.
Mhm.
But when they were investigating this incident, no one who saw it, for the life of them, could identify who did it. It must have been the wind.
According to the local.
So, they never caught the guy. However, Hawaiian Senator Brenton Awa, after also making it clear that he doesn't condone violence,
Our attorney over here wants to make it clear we don't condone violence. But
wrote the
But-
guy a letter of recognition for protecting the environment and dubbed him the ambassador of Aloha. Which
We needed this W. Once again, perfectly fine, perfectly legal. Okay? If they ask you questions and you know with 100% certainty that the person who got his ass absolutely jumped and you know who did it, you didn't see anything. I didn't see shit, man. Man was talking shit. Next thing you know, he's a puddle on the ground. I don't know what happened to him. God himself came from above and smote him. What can I say? Okay?
First of all, fucking based.
Yes.
But second, when they give the dude that bashed you an award, that is the universe telling you that you're a waste of air that should have been blown into a crusty sock, you
Evil prevents it. Stop that. We don't need you anymore. We're done. We're going back. I need to go back to the chill ass groove right this moment. It was John Cena. We can't see him. We just can't. Matter of fact, I'm legally blind. Yes. Oh God. Just know that when I heard that, that was the first instance of pure unadulterated serotonin I've ever experienced in my life. Straight up into that was healing for the soul. Knowing that this fucking asshole, this absolute waste of human DNA, got his ass jumped and no one saw a fucking thing. Let me rephrase. They saw it, but no, they actually didn't. Once again, like to me, this would be the same thing as if it happened with that Chud the Builder guy. If you don't know who Chud the Builder is, he's a dumb motherfucker. And I'm going to keep on repeating that phrase, dumb motherfucker. He was a dumb motherfucker who went out of his way to live stream himself going into spaces where people of color occupied and just started saying morally reprehensible things. He would constantly just throw the hard R slur out into the public space because, well, I'm practicing my First Amendment right to free speech, and there's nothing you can do about it. All language should be unrestricted. I'm just out here saying things, that's all. My words shouldn't matter. Well, of course, he said it with a southern twang because he's a fucking inbred hillbilly, but, you know, digressing. He decided to push his luck that little bit more. So what episode did he die? Well, that's the thing. He didn't die, and I'm sad to say that the man still breathes. But in a pure act of karmic justice, he provoked the wrong motherfucker. It finally happened because he was making them mad. He was out there saying that, oh man, these guys are chimping out. Those were his words, by the way. Anytime he would occupy these spaces, you know, if they got mad at him because he was rage baiting, oh my God, they're chimping out. They're chimping out. And I'm like, you're disgusting. You are genuinely disgusting. And I can't pray for your downfall hard enough, even if I tried. But we can take solace. And I repeat these words, we can take solace in the idea that he finally pushed the buttons of somebody who should not have been fucked with. He pushed the buttons of an American veteran. He pushed his buttons, and like the bitch that he is, he tried to be like, oh, well, I'll just practice self-defense, whipped out a gun, shot the veteran, making me very upset that very few people are donating to the GoFundMe to help heal the veteran in question. Again, man of color who did the right thing. I'm not going to say otherwise. He did the right fucking thing. And for whatever reason, he's not getting a lot of money, but the other guy is not getting any assistance either. While Chud is in jail, while Chud had to deal with all this bullshit, he has no support. The racist people, other racist people, will not support him because he took it a step too far. He put violence into the forefront of it, and it became not about free speech, but about the fact that he's a racist motherfucker who did something stupid and then would later try to say, well, I was doing self-defense. You can't shoot a bear in his own cave, in his own home, just because you decided to invade it like an idiot and then say, well, I was defending myself while you broke into his home. Also, why stream this early? Well, for me, it's not early. I'm currently working second shift at work at my job. So that means that for me, this is not early. This is about the perfect time that I can stream because it's the only time I can stream. Because from the wee hours of 3 o'clock in the afternoon to midnight, I'm at my job making kids happy. Yay. You punch a bear and get mad when he punches back. For real! For real. I wouldn't be surprised if his wife leaves him. I wouldn't be surprised if like he gets his ass beat. I'll put it to you this way. If it weren't for the fact that the freak himself was live streaming this action, this would be a very clear-cut case of, yeah, no, man got his ass jumped. Man got absolutely decked in the face, teeth knocked out, and all that stuff. Yeah, but who did it? I don't know. I didn't see the guy. But you saw the action? No, in fact, I wasn't even there. Couldn't tell you what happened. I don't fucking know. But we need your help. If you're a witness, not a witness. I didn't see a fucking thing, man. I blinked. 1 minute, he was just saying some slurs out in public. I blinked. Next minute, he's on the ground picking up his teeth. An act of God. It was an act of God. If God didn't want this to happen, he would have interfered and stopped whoever the brave soul that did it. But he didn't. And you make us happy by being here. I appreciate that, Sparky. I was Luigi in White Castle. You weren't there. I was Luigi in White Castle is insane, man. Oh, God. I don't think we're going to finish this guy before I can go to work. Also, it's not self-defense if you're the one who struck first. Well, that's the thing, though. So, technically, if we're going to be super technical right now, Chud the Builder did not, he didn't throw a punch. What he did was instigate a situation. There's an entire separate case law for that. Where he occupied, once again, and I'm going to put this out there, he occupied a space where there were people of color. He occupied a space where there were people of color and just kept on dropping hard R slurs, would rage bait by saying, oh my God, they're chimping out, bro, they're chimping out, bro. He would just say all this horrendous, very clearly racist shit. He would say all that without any remorse. He would say it out loud, and he was trying to get a response. Whether that response be emotional or otherwise, the plan and goal was to get someone to reply. And his biggest mistake was that he is caught in 4K, by the way, admitting to this in live streams, that he carries a weapon, a firearm, obviously, and if a situation turns violent because of his rage baiting, he could claim self-defense. Because he put that out in the ether, any lawyer, any prosecutor can look at those videos where he has said that, once again, on public record, on streams, saying this out loud to his audience. He could look them dead in the face and say, this was intended, this was premeditated, he was hoping for a response that would allow him to use the firearm. A completely different crime at this point. He instigated a situation, made the situation occur, and then as a result, boom, the book. Motherfucker can't even touch his money while he's in jail, and that makes me so unbelievably happy. You don't even understand. So what did I miss fully? Building a model kit, building an armored core. We got his torso and arms set up. We just have to work on his legs and I believe his gun, and he would technically be complete. And in the process of doing that, hold on. I think my brain just stopped working. Oh, right. In the process of doing that, we were talking about the seal and the guy who got his ass absolutely wrecked for hurting that seal. By the way, if you hurt animals at all, whatever happens to you, you know, is whatever happens to you. Straight justice, baby. But yeah. And then we started talking about Chud the Builder, that absolute fucking freak. I hope he fucking suffers. That's it. I'm not gonna pray for his uninstalling from life. I'm not gonna pray for anything else. I'm just gonna go for the vague, nondescript suffer. Oh yeah, I saw. Mm-hmm. And that's really about it. I'm just doing this bit of streaming because this is about the only time that I can stream right now until they fix the schedule. So for context about why I'm doing this and why this is happening, and I'll give you the full situation before I conclude the stream, we had a bunch of people quit. And I mean a bunch. We had a bunch of people at work decide that they don't want to work with us anymore. So they packed their bags and left, leaving certain shifts understaffed. Me, I'm already got the experience with working a second shift. But the biggest thing, and you'll notice a lack of a ring finger because I'm single and I don't have anybody that I can go home to. They figure that I have the easiest schedule to manipulate and so put me on second shift. My days off are now Sunday and Monday. This is basically my old schedule from back when I was working second shift in the first place. I remembered always having Sunday and Monday off. So now I'm back to it. So this is basically just a return to form back when I was streaming as Varu, which, don't worry, Varu's not dead. I still just need to learn how to set up a text-to-speech device so that I can have Varu pop up as a text-to-speech bot, because I think Varu could be a cool mascot person to show up and represent you guys as an audience. Still haven't forgotten them and how much fun I used to have with this being my model. Good old Varu. Varu and Patchwork and a couple of other model kits. If you're wondering the theme, always remember bunny-eared robots. I love my bunny-eared robots. They're cool. They're really cool. But I've been trying to figure out how to set up a text-to-speech thing. Actually, I don't even know if you guys noticed, and it's my own fault for not pointing it out. I tried to re-enable sound alerts, and I've re-enabled, I think they're called stream attacks? I've tried enabling them. I don't know if you guys can use them. I haven't tested them yet. If you guys want to try throwing a tomato at me, you're welcome to it. I'll work out the point system later. I'll try to work out what sound effects you can use that are 100% free. Just know that a lot of them are very meme and very brain rot. And if I hear 6-7, I'm going to puke. I can't tell you how happy that makes me feel. It works. It works. Yes. Me when I score my victory royale. Me when a wholesome moment occurs, just pure happy and serotonin. Or me when I see a baby dinosaur in Jurassic World Evolution 3, because God, I need to get back into that game and raise some babies. There's so many. They're so cute when they're babies. The dinosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution 3, when they're babies, they don't hunt each other or kill each other. They hang out with each other. And then when they grow up, they become enemies. So it's oh, there's a T-Rex and a Spinosaurus. Look at them play. Look at them have fun. Aren't they so cute? And then they become adults, and then you see them fight to the death, and it's why? Why? So yeah. I have those now, stream alerts, and I think one of them is a text-to-speech thing. I don't know how to make that one point exclusive. You still have to pay some money for it, and it makes me sad because I kind of want text-to-speech to be a prevalent thing. So who knows? Just like real life. I hate you, babe.
Emotional damage.
I'm sad that the Indominus didn't get a baby variant. I know, apparently they were sterile or something like that when they're born, so that makes me a little sad. Little upsetty that we can't have a baby Indominus, can't have a baby Indoraptor, can't have baby nothing in this economy, man. Having a baby is expensive in this economy, actually. So to the people out there who are capable of having and raising a family in the current state of the world, first of all, God bless you. Genuinely, from my heart, God bless you. Second of all, I almost feel bad for your kids because you brought them into this world. If you can make their lives comfortable, that's awesome. But just know that I'm looking at you with a side-eye glance because you brought them into a hell that just is difficult to live in if they aren't equipped for it. And it's your responsibility to raise them to be able to handle the hardships and strifes of this world. Because at the end of the day, while we have family, there are some families out there that definitely should not have had kids. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, but you are aware that it's happening to a different family, be their family. Sometimes the family you choose is better. At least the real one, not whatever Alistair was trying to sing about with that world's greatest, hell's greatest dad bit. I have to make that distinction. Because he was being a manipulative little cunt. I've been told that it's apparently very funny when Americans say cunt, because it just sounds wrong versus the average British person who can say cunt and they have no qualms or concern. But when an American says it, oh boy, back in my day, that was called a village. You know what? Did you just say back in your day? You were a fetus compared to me. Back in your day. There's bait there. I know there's bait there. I'm falling for that bait too. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. And that one's still green. Oh. Oh, see, this is the type of shit I missed. I'm so glad you're back, Faith. We needed your chaotic gremlin energy. We needed you in our lives. It's good to have you back. Don't leave us again. Please come back sooner with the milk. I'm begging you. And if you don't come back with milk, that's also fine. Just come back. Come back. That's my friend. That's your friend. Oh, gosh. I just realized, with everyone coming back and us being able to get together to play Pathfinder when that time comes, I'm now equal parts terrified because when we were playing in private, we were doing bits being funny and it was great. Y'all got me for at least 2 to 3 months. No! You can never leave again. You can never leave again. We will not allow it. God, that's going to be so sad too. It's like, oh man, we have you for 2 to 3 months. I guess we'll make the most of it and play as many games as we can together. And then when it's time for you to go, and it's like, why did they have to leave us? Why they gotta have responsibilities? We were fighting Big Cheese for Mr. Bombastic. Wait, let me read that again. We were fighting Biggie Cheese with Mr. Bombastic. I think I had a stroke reading that, and yet that is the most beautiful thing I've read. Because they call me Mr. Bombastic, semi-fantastic, tap me on the shoulder, I am Mr. Romantic, semi-fantastic. I can't. Because all I can think of when I see that or when I hear that song is Mr. Bean. I don't know why that's the first thing I think about, but it's the way he dances. God. I also lost my shit when I saw Ace Combat 8 release date trailer. No, so listen, I am not a normal man. For the last few weeks when I couldn't talk about what I wanted to talk about, I was like, what the fuck do you mean we're getting a dinosaur horror game? I saw that PlayStation State of Play and I saw that trailer. It's like, we're getting a dinosaur survival game that looks like it's just Jurassic Park Survive or Alien Isolation, but just with dinosaurs. And I was like, oh, this couldn't get any better. And then it did. It got better. It kept getting better. We have a fucking God of War game where we get to play as the wife. And I'm like, it's so cool. Why is it so cool? Why does it have to be so cool? I love it. I love everything that I see. Please give me more. Give me more. And then on top of all that, before the State of Play happened, a nondescript teaser. Just hold on. Hold on. I'm losing my fucking shit and I haven't even like Where's the search bar? Where's the search bar? This model kit is just gonna have to get finished tomorrow. Okay. Like, okay. Where is it? Give me the link. Give me the link. Share. Copy. Like, paste. Show on stream, pause, and then I go over to watching. I move my happy ass to this corner. Do you see that shit up there? Do you see that shit in the corner and what it says? What it says up there? If you don't see it, this should be giving you some PTSD. Blinking. Save position. Creative Assembly coming in with that. We're getting another Alien Isolation game. We're getting another goddamned Alien Isolation game. I'm shook. I sat there because I didn't see that trailer until 2 weeks after it was shown. And I was like, what's this? I click on it. I look at it. And I screamed at the top of my lungs when nobody was in the house. You already took the wife and kids, Karen. What more do you want? And they're back. She's back to haunt me. God damn it, we're back. I'm like, yes. So I have a Jurassic Park game to look forward to. I have an Alien Isolation sequel to look forward to. I have a brand new God of War game where we get to play as the wife. We have that to look forward to. Like, God, we are eating so good. And I'm so mad that I don't have time for this. We're back in the fucking building again! And meanwhile, the only reason I got a Nintendo Switch 2 sitting there on the dock, and I already know that I'm going to dedicate the time for it, but I'm so mad. I'm so mad because now I have to wait for it to show up and hope and pray I have the money for it. Like, bro, we have Star Fox coming in at the end of the month. We have Star Fox. We're playing the Lylat Wars again. We're back at it again. We're back in the fucking building again. But this time it's fucking Star Fox. And I don't know how to feel. And yet I'm kind of happy at the same time because we got a cool prologue scene with Fox's dad. And I don't know how to feel about that, but it's kind of cool, not gonna lie. Like, hold on. Like, let me get it. Like, I need to stop the chilled ass groove. Stop the chilled ass groove! Like, this is the shit I'm looking forward to, and is the only reason I have a Switch 2, and everyone is getting mad because, oh, it's so animal-like, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Everyone looks cool. Falco's legs are weird, but that's how bird legs work, okay? Bro has scoliosis, leave him alone.
Yet of any suspicious activity. We'll let you know what we find.
Proceed with caution. You're the first to set eyes on that place in years.
Like, look at that. It's so
And
cool.
thank you for accepting this mission, James. You're the only one I can trust. Handle
General Pepper, do you read me? Something's jamming long-range comms. Stay sharp, team.
Are you seeing this, James? According to my instruments, the atmosphere is highly toxic.
And we're doing this job for next to nothing? We're supposed to be mercs, not chumps.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to say it. I'm digging Pigma's voice. He doesn't sound like some high-pitched weirdo. Your dad screamed real good. That kind of thing. That's all gone. That's all gone. And instead we have this voice. Big improvement for me because now I don't have to feel obnoxious about listening to Pigma Dengar of all people.
There's more at stake here than our bottom line, Pigma.
Yeah, sure.
General Pepper says his people have detected signs of activity on Venom's surface. He's concerned it has something to do with Dr. Andross.
It's been years since Andross was banished here, James. If the atmosphere is poisonous...
All the more reason to figure out what's going on. Dr. Andross made mistakes, and he paid the price for them. But whatever else he is a genius. Maybe he found a way to survive.
Our leader. Such a bleeding heart.
Where'd they come from?
Defensive formation! Pigma, where are you going?
It's like you told me. I'm getting into formation.
You two-timing swine!
What can I say? My new boss pays better.
You also pick your nose in the cockpit.
Must suffer. Death to all who stand in the way of my vengeance.
Was that Dr. Andross?
Don't let them escape!
I can't shake him.
Hey, Peppy! Catch!
I mean, it's your own fault for flying into your own explosion too, Pigma.
Peppy, are you there? Come in, Peppy. Do you read me? I'm losing altitude. Peppy, you need to get out of here. Warn the general.
Not without you, James.
Both wings blown
That's
out.
an order. And Peppy, keep an eye on Fox.
Literally coming this at the end of this month, and I'm looking forward to it. That's the only game I give a shit about and why I got to switch to. Well, that and the new Pokemon game when that comes out. So I now have to figure out if my Elgato here is going to be okay to stream that. Because if it's not, I'm going to have to figure out some dark and evil ways to get this thing to work on stream. But yeah, no, Star Fox is in the future. Pokemon is in the future. There are so many games to look forward to. All I know is that my money is going to be depleted with Ace Combat 8. That honestly, based Ace Combat looks pretty cool. GTA 6, that one I'm a bit iffy about. I don't particularly like that it's only locked to the consoles until they decide to release it on PC. But at the same time, I cannot deny that, you know, it is a game that a lot of people have been waiting for. But for me personally, I do not care. I just don't. If you enjoy GTA 6, great. If you enjoy that type of gameplay where it's only locked to the console, also great. I think what's funny to me is when Atari went bankrupt, they sold all their Atari molds to a dentist company. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you serious? What do you mean a video game company liquidated their assets and sent it to a dentist? That's fucking insane. But that is all the time that I have today. Unfortunately, this is where I do have to conclude things. Let's bring back the chilled out groove and move ourselves over here so I can say goodbye a little bit better. You know, thank you guys so much for coming by and hanging out with me over here at The Pulse. Thank you so much for just being there. I'm glad that I could get back into this. I got the courage to get back into it. I'm going to try to be more upfront about using my stream attacks, my stickers, my what do you call it? My Spotify up there, now that I kind of have a justified use of it. I'm glad that we got to talk about other things than just the hobby. I was very glad to see that everybody was interested in learning about that one motherfucker who got his ass absolutely jumped after beating up a seal, which deserved. And now the only thing I have left to do is figure out if I'm going to raid somebody. The problem is that as I look on my tools here, there isn't a whole lot of people that I could feasibly raid that I would feel all right with. So I think we'll just conclude the stream for now, and I'm going to compile my data and notes a little bit better to see who I want to raid in the future. If you guys are up to streaming in the early afternoons, I'll raid you. If you aren't streaming in the early afternoons, not going to raid you. And we'll always find somebody that we can appreciate together. You were good to wake up with. Aw, thanks, Sparky. And good stream. Thanks, Faith. Yeah, it was good to see you. It was good to see you too, Emma. It was good to see everybody. And, of course, you too, Unknown. I know you're over on YouTube, and I don't have a lot of activity going on YouTube, but that's because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do my shorts, how I want to conduct the content. And we'll probably work out a script and see what kind of Digimon partners are compatible with some types of people. Or maybe I'll just shitpost and talk about like some random stories that I have about from the resort. Like the one time I got kicked out of a room while working on someone's AC unit because the guests desperately wanted to have some snoo-snoo time together and were trying to get me out of there so they could get to that snoo-snoo. You would think that's the whole story, but nah, I got deets, and those will be an interesting thing to share in the future. But for now, thank you, have a good one, and stay safe out there.